Yo, what is up guys, Genius X here, and today I am here to present you my week 1 team building video against Steven. So, it may be just my opinion, but I do believe Steven actually has the most underwhelming draft in the league. As you can see on the right, he has a Heatran, a Mega Garchomp, a Togekiss, a Fortress, Cloyster, a Crobat, a Aerodactyl, and Cincino, a Dugtrio, a Muck, Poliwhirl, and Steelix. So I kind of had to re-record this episode because he his original team was actually way different than this, but he made 2 last-minute changes. So only this team building video will actually be recorded after the actual battle. I did record one before the battle, but he did change some of his team, and I had to rebuild my team, and I just thought that making a new video would be better and more easier to explain. So I will be uploading the battle probably in 24 hours, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And let's just get into the team building process. So the first mon we have here is Mega Metagross. Now this mon was a must bring to against my opponent's team because it checked Togekiss, it checked Heatran, it checked Aerodactyl, it checked Crobat. It was just such a good mon that I had to bring. Um, Now, there was also one more thing that I had to bring, which was rocks, because you see he has a Cloyster, and I don't want to risk that thing being a Sash. He has a sturdy Fortress. He has 3 flying types. So Stealth Rock was a I definitely needed to bring it. So I decided to put it on Metagross because Garchomp didn't have a good matchup against his team at all, especially because he has a Togekiss and Fortress. I could run 4 attacks with Stone Edge, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Fire Fang, but I just don't think it's a good mod, and it's just basically wasting up a slot. So I decided to put Rocks on my Metagross as my first move. Earthquake is there to hit Heatran, Ice Punch is there to hit Mega Garchomp, and Meteor Mash is there to hit everything else. So I originally had Bullet Punch on this thing to pick off weakened mons such as Cloyster, and the previous mon he had, which is Slurpuff, which can easily Belly Drum up. But because Slurpuff is now switched with Crobat, I decided to take off Bullet Punch, and since Crobat can't do much to Metagross anyway, just put Meteor Mash on there instead. So the EVs I have here are 252 max speed to outspeed any mons, to make sure that I outspeed the monster I'm supposed to outspeed. 112 defense to guarantee liver Earthquake from a uh, Mega Garchomp, and the Dugtrio. So that's also very useful. 144 attack to maximize damage output to make sure to kill the Garchomp with an Ice Punch, kill the Heatran with an Earthquake, and deals about 88 to 98% to Togekiss, I believe, if it's defensive. So the second one we have here is Keldeo. So Keldeo is a really interesting mon. It deals with Heatran extremely well, but again, Togekiss is a problem. I decided to go for the subcom mindset since it can set up on a lot of stuff, such as Fortress, Poliwrath, Heatran, Cloyster before Shell Smashing. The trio locked into moves such as Sucker Punch. So just a lot of setup opportunities for me. And after a Calm Mind, Scald pretty much destroys his team unless I get flinched. His Crobat can revenge me with Brave Bird, but under a sub, he will only be able to break my sub, and I can OHKO it back with a Scald. And especially after Rocks, a non-boosted Scald also does a lot. And Scald is just a great move that has the ability to burn against mons such as Cloyster and Mega Garchomp. And I believe at +1, it also 2-hit KOs Mega Garchomp. I'm not sure about that, but the EVs are pretty standard. I just wanted to outspeed everything and hit as hard as possible. So this is pretty much your standard sub Keldeo set. Now, basically what is happening here is that Metagross is trying to take care of all the flying types such as Aerodactyl, Crobat, and Togekiss to pave way for a Keldeo sweep in the end, which is my original mentality when going into this battle. So the rest of the Mon are pretty much support Mons. One of them out of the rest of the four actually did a lot of work during the match, and you'll see why. No spoilers. The next Mon we have here is Hydreigon, which is fully scarfed. I originally have U-turn over Flash Cannon, but because he now have a Togekiss, I decided to change it into Flash Cannon. Fire Blast is for the Fortress, and Dark Pulse and Draco Meteor is just a standard stab. So Tree Scarf is used to outspeed monsters such as Crobat, Scarf Togekiss, um, the Trio, and yeah, I believe Aerodactyl, and I believe that's pretty much it. So it's pretty much a revenge killer of some sorts, and it can outspeed most Scarf Mons on his team. And I don't believe he will bring Scarf Aerodactyl or Scarf Crobat. He can bring Scarf Crobat, but I highly doubt it. And basically, the spread is also very standard, except for the Metagross spread. Everything else on my team is very standard. Actually, Garbodor is also a bit different spread than usual. But so this is Scarf Hydreigon, and it's pretty much just a revenge killer, and it can deal huge amounts of damage to Fortress. So next up we have Rotom Mouse. So seeing that he has 3 flying types on his team, I definitely wanted electric type, and my only electric type was Rotom Mouse. So Trick is there to potentially trick mons such as Poliwrath, Steelix, the Trio, and Fortress. So Thunderbolt hits both Crobat, Togekiss, and Aerodactyl. Considering that his Togekiss is not Scarfed, but I don't believe he will bring Scarf Togekiss because I do have a Metagross in the back. So I am relatively safe with that. Leaf Storm is there to hit the Trio, and pretty much that's the only thing it hits. But again, the spread is very standard, and let's move on to our next Pokemon. So the next Pokemon we have here is called Fagagus, and this thing is pretty much a hard check to every physical attacker that he has. As you can see on the right, I have 22 for a HP investment and 252 Bone Nature, and it checks Aerodactyl, it checks Muck, it checks Crobat, it checks Mega Garchomp, it checks Fortress, it checks Dugtrio, it checks Encino, it checks Steelix, it checks Heatran, and it's just such a good mon. I can't not bring it. Like, Will-O-Wisp is for burning everything, and Knockoff is to knock off weird items. Shadow Ball is main stab, and Pain Split is for reliable recovery. I'm running leftovers because I do need longevity, or because Cofagriga is extremely important in this battle. So moving on to our last one here, we have Garbodor. So the Garbodor set I'm running here is a very special one, which is Assault Vest Garbodor. It has Gunk Shot, Hidden Power, Fire, Giga Drain, and Focus Blast. Gunk Shot is definitely to hit the Togekiss. This is basically my main Togekiss counter because I don't want anything flinched down to death, so this is the main counter. And basically, with Assault Vest, they can tank a lot of hits from the Togekiss and pretty much kill it back with Gunk Shot. The attack investment I have there guarantees Gunk Shot to KO Togekiss after rocks, and the special attack investment allows HP Fire to 2-hit KO Fortress, Giga Drain to kill Poliwrath after rocks, and Focus Blast to 2-hit KO Steelix. So it's a pretty gimmicky set, but this is what I decided to bring. So this is my squad for week 1, and I think that's pretty much it. So my mentality when going into this game, like I said before, is let Metagross weaken everything and let Keldeo sweep. And basically the other mons are here for revenge, weakening, walling. So basically Cofagrigus and Garbodor are here to wall all the mons. Hydreigon is here to revenge kill, Rotom is here to break past walls, Metagross is here to set up rocks and break past walls, and Keldeo is here to sweep. And I think that should be it. Before my opponent made the team switches such as Crobat over Slurpuff and Togekiss over Gengar, I actually have Bullet Punch over Meteor Mash on my Metagross, and I have Hitmonchan over Garbodor. But that is gonna be our week 1 draft. Week 1 team. And I hope you all enjoyed this team building. It's not necessarily a team building, it's just me going through the team I am bringing. So this is the team that I bought for Steven, and the match will be uploaded in 24 hours, so hope you enjoy that, and that is all. Peace out.